Cross a bow. It's Templeton Rye instead of champagne. That'll eat to my heart. And then in the spring of 23, she will be commissioned. So a lot of people ask me, there's these two different ceremonies. What are they all about? So the first ceremony, the christening, is Electric Boat delivering a ship to the Navy. Right. So it's a hey success. We built a ship that can float and do all the things that it's supposed to do. And then over the course of the next year, the Electric Boat and the ship crew is going to validate that all the systems work and the ship is able to go through its paces. I use the analogy, it's kind of like when the NASCAR driver is getting ready to drive, he spends many weeks beforehand driving around the track, seeing if he can knock the tires off. We're hoping that we don't knock any tires off ours. And then in the spring of 23, when we commission it, that's when the president says, hey, this is a U.S. warship. It's a sovereign U.S. territory. So it's kind of the difference between the two. And I look forward to seeing all your smiling faces at these various events and your support. And we hope as the crew to kind of represent you for the next 3 decades. The propulsion plant is an S9G reactor. So it will last for 30 to 35 years without having to do any kind of refueling. We make our own water, we make our own air. The common question that they have for submariners is, how long can you stay down? And my answer is, until I get hungry. All right, but it's been a pleasure to talk to you this morning. I hope you can come up and meet my weapons officer, Ms. Kelly Tackett, and Chief of Boat, Chip Alger, and we can kind of fellowship with you a little bit this morning. Thank you.
Seven. Jones County, Anamosa Post 13. Monticello Post 209. Wyoming Post 259. Olin Post 412. Oxford Junction Post 473. 1. Lynn County, Lisbon Post 109. Center Point Post 297. 3. Marion Post 298. 5. Springville Post 331. Coggin Post 362. Walker Post 376. 1. Central City Post 421. 1. Mount Vernon Post 480. Ely Post 555. Fairfax Post 572. Toddville Post 674. Palo Post 679. 3. Troy Mills Post 712. Cedar Rapids Post 727. Hiawatha Post 735. Scott County, Davenport Post 26. Bettendorf Post 154. LeClaire Post 347. 1. Dixon Post 353. Davenport Post 482. Donahue Post 532. Walcott Post 548. Eldridge Post 639. Bluegrass Post 711. 4. So we don't have that. In accordance with the 2nd District Constitution, Article 4, Section 4, a quorum exists if at least 4 out of 6 counties are represented by 2 or more members. Right now, we have 2 counties with representatives 2 or more. 2 out of the 6. And 3 counties represented. So we don't have a quorum. So we can't take any action.
We can't approve the budget. We could still go through the reports to the people, but any actions can't be taken. I'm now the judge advocate for the day, but that's it. We can continue to socialize and share information. It's just we can't approve the budget.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Can't we just proceed under the rules of the caucus? And go through whatever we like to do?
But what we were just saying, Dick, is we can go ahead and do everything but vote. A caucus has guidelines on what you can cover. We can cover anything we want in here, continuing under the other guidelines. So, yeah.
okay, so we'll continue on. We can't really say the conference is.
Conference isn't in session,
it's
but
not
this
in
meeting
session.
is.
Basically, we'll just kind of go through what we've got and go from there. I guess like everybody,
Real quick, Roger, what about the move to accept the rules of the conference? Should that be in the minutes?
Well, we're no longer having a conference now.
Oh, okay, so
So,
that move and that was
no, we're not streaming. This is just being recorded. Yeah. So, yeah, that portion isn't violated at all. So,
okay.
yeah.
does that mean like the minutes and stuff like that, we can't approve them or anything?
That's correct. We could still cover the minutes. It's just we can't vote to approve them.
Okay. So at this time, I ask the adjutant to probably go through the minutes. Probably that's a change of what we planned, but we do get and vote on, let's go through them. And they're on the inside of your packet.
Well, as I've seen at my limited experience with this, they're in the packet. They were released. Take a minute or so to scan through them. If you have questions or something to bring up, they can be addressed. But at this point, I don't think we need to read through the entire minutes.
Okay, so scan through them, and if anybody has any questions, bring them forth.
Mr. Commander? There is a point that is in these I'd like to kind of reiterate, if that's allowable.
I would say so, and you want to use the mic?
No, that should be loud. One of the things that we had discussed before, and I was a commander during these minutes, was about your constitution and bylaws and the needs to change those with the things from COVID. We've had more virtual stuff, and like the finance committee for district will continue to have their meetings virtually, just because you don't have to drive then for 2 hours to get someplace for a 30-minute meeting on things that you can do in Zoom. Everybody can look at them at once and discuss them. By Iowa law, we don't have to do anything for that to be legal. Now that's by Iowa law. So if we do nothing now, we can continue on and do just fine. However, many posts don't know if they have constitution and bylaws, much less have they done anything to change them in years. Commander Averzak has got a committee now that's renewing those of post 298. It would be wise for all of us to look at our constitution and bylaws, and if you think necessary or helpful, just add something that's simple and direct. The Legion, for the most part, likes almost everything that's done remote except for one thing, and that's absentee voting or proxy voting. We don't normally do that because that way you elect somebody that's not there. You all know what I'm saying. So just as one of the notes here that's still on Roger's little thing, look at your constitution and bylaws, check and see. they should show what you're doing. If not, they need to be changed, or you need to change what you're doing. That's all this thing is. There are lots of examples that are available that you can then guide yours for any revisions. But the basic line is, it tells you how you do your business. If it doesn't, change it to where it does. Any questions on constitution bylaws? Ron?
Well, with like what happened today with the quorum, if we zoomed it and we would have had a better chance for a quorum, but could those people have voted?
Yes,
Okay, so we had a good chance of making quorum then,
a better chance.
a better chance.
I mean, this is a pretty good turnout.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the districts, they're doing good with a dozen, right?
You're correct.
We've got a pretty good turnout, but we're a bigger district. But those counties that don't have representatives here, you know, that's hurt. But that's a good point. Marion has been trying to Zoom their meetings, and the biggest number we've had of people Zooming in are 3, but they can vote. And Ron's brother had comments he wanted added, so I got up there and read his comments that he wanted presented at the meeting. We can do that, and that will help us along the way. I don't believe that anybody else is doing any streaming of their conferences now. So that's just, that would be a way. Any other questions of me? Thank you for giving me a moment, Commander.
Thank you. Any other comments or questions?
What is your attendance? How many budget?
It's those,
I count 32 from the roll call.
and then it's the counties that are missing that kill us, right?
Correct.
Which,
Which county did not have 2 or more?
Clinton County had no one. Jackson County had no one. Jones County had 1. Then Dubuque, Lynn, and Scott were represented.
Any other questions and comments? If not, then I'm going to have Dale Reitman basically give the audit financial report. We won't be able to vote on anything, but I'll have him give the report.
In your packet, if everybody can hear me, is the proposed budget for 2022 and 2023. The only real change from our current budget this year is the Area 2 oratorical contest. This year, it's a $300 expenditure for that. Next year, as it's not our turn to do it, that expenditure is not in the budget. Total budget, $11,540 is what proposed. Going into the current, it would have been last year, the 2020, 2021 fiscal year, we have budgeted $11,240. We expended $3,877.92. So in the budget, we have actually $7,362.08 remaining that we did not expend. A lot of that was because so many of our meetings were Zoom. People weren't traveling. Notes on the second page, we had 2 checks. Young gentleman, Easton Smith, 5th grade flag essay, he did not cash a $25 check. And we have a problem with post 727, they did not cash a check for $40. That was hard.
Get with me, Dennis Herbalik passed away a number of years ago. I think I got the current officers list for 727.
no, we've been in contact with
Okay,
correct people.
okay.
Yeah,
I see Dennis Herbalik on that. I thought, okay, it's, I mean, Yeah,
Dennis, are back.
our bad.
Okay.
If there's any questions, not any questions, I'll continue. Basically for 2020, 2021, checking account as of July 28, 2020, $2,747.74. Total income is $5,219. What we expended was $3,877.92, giving us a checking account balance of $4,088.82, and that was as of August 9th, 2021, when I closed out fiscal year 2020, 2021. Our CDs that we had on June 6th, the 18-month CD, we invested $12,000. Current balance was $12,188.71. Interest earned $188.71. The 3-year flex CD, we opened the CDs up on March 3rd of 2020. That started with $37,724.93. Increased as of June 6th, $38,437.78. The interest we made there, $712.85. Questions there? The next thing you'll see in the financial report is just kind of an addendum, and I labeled as major changes. Are effective the 1st of September, the 18-month CD expired. It was not automatically renewable. For whatever reason, it wasn't set up that way. So at the time, I cashed it out. It was value of $12,227.11, which made $227.11. What I did was I took that $12,000 change. I started out a new CD for $10,000, and the remaining $2,227.11 I added to the checking account. The checking account balance on September 8th was $6,175.92. Questions?
Roger.
As the chairman of finance, I just want to thank Dale for the excellent job you've always done, and how when you lay things out, there's nothing hidden, and you do a great job for us all, sir, and I applaud you.
When I got this job 2 years ago, Bill was there, and I said, well, what if I screw this up when I'm saying it? And I was informed that I can't quit. I will not be fired, but they will come to my funeral.
And you'll be permitted.
No. On the 11th of September, the audit committee met, and it was Jerry Even, Larry Kemper, Mike, myself, along with Jerry Becker, had the audit committee. They reviewed all the vouchers, bank statements, and the check account. His report was all were in good order. We found the income of $5,218, expenses of $3,877.92, and a surplus of $1,341.08 by adding the beginning balance. Basically said, good job, Dale. We recommend you for one more year. Thank you, Richard Warner. Any other questions?
That audit committee report is on the bottom of a page combined with a couple other reports. It's in the packet, but it should be on the bottom of the page with the merit awards committee report.
Any other questions? If not, I'm going to move forward and have the reports from our guests. And we're going to start with Jim Lasta.
Anyway, good morning and greetings from the detachment of Iowa. And I got a few notes from our detachment commander, Mike Munster. Anyway, national convention is over and the SAL has elected Mike Fox from California as national commander. New membership year is underway, so it's time to get to work and start getting those members renewed. Now we're at membership on the second district. Second district squadrons. I was looking at the membership report for so far. Anyway, Dyersville is at 107% already. The other ones 58, 60. Anyway, out of the 14 squadrons, we have 8 of them or 9 of them are at 0. Some of those are Hiawatha and Lisbon that haven't turned in membership in for a few years, but that's where they had a membership. This year, while membership is important, I would like to focus on membership and training. If you are not passing down the knowledge you have, then who do you think is going to be there to replace you when you move to another position? If you stay in a position too long, you become complacent and become harder to find someone to replace you. If you are in a leadership position and you are certain that you will not be in your position next year, then let someone as a committee member or a vice commander lead part of the of a meeting. Let them get accustomed to leading meetings. It doesn't have to be long, but sometimes standing up for a crowd will help them get used to talking and develop a technique. Boy, I've been trying to do this for the last 5 years. So anyway, I am asking that every meeting that your squadron holds, that you are recording your hours for the consolidated squadron report. Any community service you are doing needs to be recorded so that we can send this number to Congress. And at the end of the year, your adjutant can go online and fill out the fillable form and submit it. Which is submitted to that. Anyway, our goal is 50% of all squadrons filling these out. I want 100%, but I say a more realistic goal that I feel is attainable. These forms are available on the Iowa SAL website. There has been a lot of interest in starting new squadrons in the last month. So if you are looking to grow your post, then a good way is to start a squadron, as we are an American Legion family, and working together as a family is a key to success. Have a good conference and remember to continue recruiting and retaining to help assist veterans that need our help. That's all I got.
Questions?
Any questions?
Encore.
I'll get better. See, it's get used to talking to people. Well, anyway, if anybody know, I'm gonna probably be the next detachment commander. I would have been this year, but I got delayed it either, so. I'll be, I've probably been with Bob, but anyway, I don't know who's gonna be the commander next year to the department. So anybody, that's the information. Next year, I'll be the detachment commander most likely. That's the idea, trying to get somebody step in those positions. Like I've been vice commander for the last, what, 5, 6 years. You know, nobody steps up and do it, so at least it's my turn to do this. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Next on the agenda will be Department of Iowa Service Officer Shane Ancoin. Ancoin.
First of all, good morning. Thank you for having me here today. We currently have 4 service officers within the office. We're all accredited with the American Legion and the VA. Along with that, Missy and myself currently just completed our reaccreditation with Bergman Moore, which is the affiliate of the American Legion, which sponsors the accreditation. As of July 2021, we're up to $843 in monthly benefits paid to veterans. Now, keep in mind, those are the benefits that veterans have had the American Legion they've chosen them to actually file the claim through the American Legion and those processes. So total benefits received by our veterans this TY, I should say last TY now, was $197,353,082. The average monthly payment to our veterans is $1,193.59. To show you the type of volume that we actually do in the office is for 4 people, we're scooting and moving, and the commander's been there a couple times to experience some of the hardships that we experience up there. So far, there have been 1,339 new awards in the state of Iowa. Out of those, 902 of those of those awards were to veterans who use the American Legion as their POA. 113 of the 902 were done in July, which means as of right now, we have 67% of the veterans within the state of Iowa that we represent. Now, we do represent other states that they can't find representation, but those numbers actually go to that state. They don't get applied to ours. So because of the fact that we're at 67%, which means it's an increase of 4% since February of this year. Since February, we've held 48 Veteran Boards of Appeals hearings with law judges based out of Washington, D.C. 3 of those hearings were done through the travel board, which is actually when a judge actually comes to the Des Moines Federal Building and they actually meet with the veterans and ourselves. The other 45 hearings were held with judges virtually. Also, since February, we've completed 71 higher level reviews. Higher level reviews are you file a claim. There's errors done by the VA system. We actually found those and were able to argue those points with the VA. And then a breakdown as far as months. February we had 4, March we had 10, April we had 10, May we had 8, June had 19, July 9, August 11, and those were all the breakdown as far as the months in that. So a couple things that I'll go over. So I don't know, and I'm sure that it's online, but if you guys actually look at the report card that we get from the regional office in Des Moines, what it does is it takes each one of the organizations that are on the 5th floor of the federal building and it breaks it down. So I'm just going to run over a couple of numbers. For American Legion, we've already gone over 20 million. AMVETS, we've only got 427,000. And these are total monthly benefits that are payable to veterans within the state of Iowa that they receive. DAV is at 9 million. Iowa Department of Veterans Affairs is at 2 million. The counties is at 593,000. Paralyzed Veterans of America is 832,000. VFW is only at 4 million. Vietnam Veterans of America is at 4 million. So as far as new awards year to date, the Legion has 902. Anyone want to guess who the next closest is to us and what that number may be? It's the DAV with 150. So as you can tell, we try to perform. Also along with this, everyone talks membership. Once Ann gets up there, Ann will tell you that, say that I'm able to get you an award. Multiple, I think probably within the last month and a half, I've picked up, 3 to 4 members. And I know membership is not my topic per se, but they always ask me, what can they do to help me? Well, you can help me help other veterans. You can become a member. What I do is, because of the fact that I don't really get in the weeds of membership, what I do is I say, sign up, put my name there, fall into 729. So I encourage you guys to go out to 729 and do coaching, because the numbers are out there. So with that said, any questions? All right, I appreciate your time. Thank you. Have a great day.
Next on our agenda is Department of Iowa Membership Clerk, Ann Peck. Cake.
Hi, everyone. You don't have to stand for me, but I'm very appreciative of it. Thank you, guys. So, and I won't necessarily talk a lot about membership unless you need me to, but if you do have, if you do meet a vet who's like, why should I join the Legion? You can always talk about our service office. They do a wonderful job. So they are a great representation of why you should hang out with us all the time. Okay, so I'd also like to thank you all for letting me be here today. Super exciting to see this really cool post. I had not been here. Now I've had a tiny tour. It's a very nice space. I like it. And I'm happy to see all of you in person. This is really nice to see people. So, all right, I've got a lot of stuff to go through. It's a lot of dates, so take lots of notes. You also have, there are copies of the membership, or not the membership report, the department headquarters report back on that table in the back. It will also be available online. So let's get started. All right, so starting at the top, membership renewals. We're encouraging you all to get those people renewed by the PDC, Past District Commanders Rally, on November 20th. Mark your calendars. But don't feel like you have to wait until right beforehand to turn that in. Definitely feel free to turn that in earlier than that. And then the week prior to the Past District Commanders Rally, we will have the National Vice Commanders Tour. That'll be November 15th through 20th. Actual stops will be released later. I'm sure we'll put it online, electronic newsletter, and let people know once we have that information. Next thing on my agenda, all right, Law Enforcement Officer of the Year and Firefighter of the Year. Stuff needs to be to us by November 30th, and guidelines and applications are online, and I know there were a couple in the back as well. Next thing, Legislative Day. We don't have a date for that yet, but details will be in the winter issue of the Iowa Legionnaire, and we'll also put it on our website. The next thing in the report lists a bunch of membership awards. You can find more information about those online. You can pick up some paperwork in the back there for more details. Next thing, Veterans Employment and Education Awards. Deadline is October 15th, so coming up pretty quick here. All entries must be accompanied by an official nomination form. There are categories listed in the reports, and of course, more information is available online. All right, and since I'm sure you're all taking super great notes, let's mark our calendars for Midwinter Conference, February 11th through February 13th at the Airport Holiday Inn in Des Moines. You can call the Holiday Inn and ask for the American Legion rate. The agenda will be in the winter issue of the Iowa Legionnaire. Then, if you're ready to keep marking your calendars more, prepare for July 8th through 10th. We have the department convention, also at the Airport Holiday Inn in Des Moines. The agenda for that will be in the spring issue of the Iowa Legionnaire. So when you get your Legionnaire, definitely take a look at it before throwing it out or recycling it. Do take a look at it, don't just pitch it. Awesome. And then speaking of the Iowa Legionnaire, the winter issue will come out, in, I believe it's December. Deadline for any entries, submissions is November 15th. But if you want more information about what we're doing and what's going on, definitely sign up for our electronic newsletter. The electronic newsletter goes out twice a month, beginning of the month, middle of the month, and has information between Iowa Legionnaire issues. Then, since it's government related, want to mention your tax exempt status under the IRS regulations. Posts are required to file IRS Form 990 every year. If you have more information, go to irs.gov, talk with your tax professional. I don't have that information, so please go find professionals to ask that question. Next thing, 5th grade flag essay. So we've got some applications, I believe, in the back. Those are also available online. Post will forward a winning entry to the district by January 2nd, 2022. And then district entries will be judged and sent on by January 22nd, 2022. And the department judging will happen at midwinter. Next one, Educator of the Year. More information again is available online. We need everything received at department by April 1st, 2022. Then to mention it, the Legionnaire Insurance Trust. Remember, there is a $1,000 accidental death and dismemberment that is at no cost to all adult Legion family members, but you do have to sign up for it. So if you have not, definitely do so. Next one, junior shooting sports department match will be at Camp Dodge on March 19th, 2022. Right, scouting submission for that will be by March 1st, 2022. Applications again available at the department's website. Then we've got oratorical information will be sent to post adjutant that we have on file. Applications are available for download at our website. And then here is a bunch of dates to keep in mind with that. Local contest for oratorical must be completed by December 5th. County contest by December 19th. District contest by January 16th. And area contest by January 30th. And more details on the area contest will be made available when we have that. Then the department finals for that will be February 13th during midwinter. All right, the next one everybody likes to talk about is Boys State. So all post adjutants that we had on file with the statement that went out in early September should have gotten a lovely, holding it the wrong way, a lovely checklist so that you know exactly what you need to do when you need to do it. Definitely refer to this checklist. It's even got the little boxes so you can actually use it as a checklist. So you're aware of when things are happening, what's going on. Dates for the 2022 session are June 19th through 24th at Camp Dodge. Remember, posts need to make their reservations online. That's not available just yet, but should be pretty soon. And there is a flat fee of $250 per delegate. Then, cool. So there's some more information. You can read about it in the report. But the one thing I do want, another thing I want to mention is, of course, I just threw out a ton of dates at you. And if you weren't taking notes or marking your calendars, all of this information, so much of this information is available on the department's website, which is ialegion.org. And you can go have fun on there, find tons of fun things, lots going on. And also you can sync to our calendar on the department's website. So if you want to actually see where those dates are, there's some small instructions here at the bottom so that you can get ready to do that and you can be prepared at all times. So, any questions for me? Yes.
Any updates to my Legion?
Oh, all right. That's a loaded question. I do not have any specific updates at this time. I know they're working on things constantly with My Legion. So if you are on the My Legion system, please keep checking back, please keep trying. I know membership processes, so definitely if you're a post that had been, but you step back for a bit, get back on there, process membership online. Always on My Legion, check out the resources section. There is a small thing talking about what they're doing, things that they're working on, things they know are known issues. But I don't have any major updates at this time about that. And I can also throw out there, I know I got the question earlier and I've been getting it a lot. People have been asking me about the couple credits and people have been asking about their members renewed online. You can view your members renewed online on My Legion now. So if you are on My Legion, check out the reports and labels area, see your members renewed online. Otherwise, we are working to get that information out. It came pretty late to us, and with the new formatting in the system, we're working on how to get it out to everyone. So tell your friends. Any other questions? All right. Well, I'm sure I'll talk to you all pretty soon, answering your membership questions on the phone. So thank you guys for letting me be here. Please be.
Thanks, Ed.
Now, at this time, we've got our Department Iowa Commander, Bob Wall.
Afternoon, Jared. Welcome everybody to your second district conference. First off, before I forget about it, when Ann mentioned My Legion, I just got back from Indianapolis last night before I came up here, or Thursday night, I'm sorry. But the one thing they did tell us out there on My Legion, they know they've got problems. But if you're encountering problems, be sure and report it to John at headquarters, and then he can relay it, because they said they think they fixed one problem, and sometimes when they fix one, it creates another one, and they really don't know that we're having some of the problems unless we continue to complain. They said, so don't hesitate to complain to them, because that's how they find out that some of the things aren't working right. So if you're having problems, be sure and go ahead and report it and keep after them. We're going to get this fixed in the century. First off, I want to congratulate you guys with the membership report that just came out. You're at 66.9, almost 67%. That's great. Continue the good work. That's the one thing that I have chosen this year, and I'm not going to do a whole lot on it. You're going to hear from me at noon, I think, if you're still around, so I'm not going to double up on you. But I still chose take the one phrase from our preamble to inculcate a sense of individual obligation to the community, state, and nation. And for those of you that don't know what inculcate means, it is to instill an idea, a habit, by persistent instruction. And I've decided I'm going to be persistent this year, but we have to get that individual obligation. That's obvious this morning when we don't have a quorum for your committee. We just needed one more person or one more county, and you'd have had your quorum. We got to have it. That's like Commander Dillard told us out there in DC. He said, we cannot build the American Legion till we stop the slide. That has to stop before we can rebuild and go up. So they're pushing hard on it, and there's no reason, really, to me, there's no reason that we can't do it. We've continued to slide for 30 years, and it's time that we make that change. I'll talk about at noon about our children and youth program. That's something that we've really got to hit, and I know you guys do a good job of it, I think. You've done an excellent job with it. But as a post, we need to get more involved with our fifth graders, our high schoolers, and get that going. That's, the more we're involved in our communities, the more the community is going to support you. I've seen that over so many places that I've been and gone to. You find a post that is active in their community and they are behind them 110%. They really support them. So without taking up any more time, I'll speak a little more at noon and hit a few more things. But I want to thank you for inviting me up here, and it's always a pleasure to come to this post. I don't know, I've been here several times, but it's always a pleasure to be here. So thank you very much.
Well, being we're early, I think we'll do part of this afternoon's program, so we can probably be done very early this afternoon. Departing from the long-standing tradition of having each committee chair come before you and reallocate what they spent in writing, all of the reports are contained in the handouts that you received. We ask that you take these reports back to your post and share the information with all of your members. If you have questions about any of the programs or the content of any of the reports, please contact the respective committee chairs. This time I'm going to ask Adjutant Mike to read any correspondence that we've received since the spring conference.
We have not received any correspondence to Jerry and I, commanders Jerry and I, so I don't know if anyone else from the previous leadership has received anything. We have seen nothing.
Nobody loves us.
Okay, I have a few awards here to hand out. We would have done this afternoon, but I will do now. And first of all, if Donald Washburn would come forward. Congratulations on achieving 100% of your membership goals for the 2021 membership year. Enclosed is a certificate for your achievement. Our organization was founded in 1919 upon the guiding principles of devotion to musical helpfulness, and your actions are an affirmative of this belief. Again, congratulations and thank you for your continued support of the programs and activities of the American Legion. This is an example. You are still serving members. Congratulations.
Thank you, Commander. Not one that we, it's one by the guys that served with me. I've got a real good bunch of guys who are starting to do some real good things. Again, members, thank you very much.
Is Post 473 have a representative here? And also congratulate you with the same award with 100% membership. Thank you very much. host. 928 Cascade. They're not here. About post 473. Okay.
Should begin.
Well, we're about a half hour ahead of schedule. So, we have no correspondence. We don't have too much for this afternoon, but if we have to, I have to convene this afternoon because we have Ed Roner, who's a candidate for Commander Department of Iowa 2023, is coming and he wants to speak to us. So, I guess we can't completely finish everything this morning and that convene this afternoon. I think I'll just make probably some of my comments. So probably about the only thing we'll have to do is we can meet for Ed Roner. So the first thing I guess I want to talk about is the 2022 spring conference will be in Clinton this year, April 8th and 9th at the Wild Rose Casino. Anybody like to make some comments on what's going on down there?
Well, that's all right. I'm Don Arns, I'm with Bluegrass, but I'm helping Clinton put together that conference. Right now, it looks like we're gonna have the same hotel rate as we had in 2013, $79 a night. If people that did not go in 2013, there was a lot of people that said they wish they would have gone after they heard what a good time we had and what a great conference it was. It's like going to a miniature department convention. You drive up on Friday evening for the hospitality. You don't have to get back in your vehicle until Saturday afternoon when Jerry's done talking to us all and turns us loose. Hotel's right there. There will be an overflow hotel that's right across the parking lot. You've got a couple of restaurants in the casino. Of course, if you're into the gambling, that's all available. We hope to have a firm call the conference to the commander and adjutant here within the next month or so. But it looks like it's going to be a good time like it was last year, or I'm sorry, in 2013. So pass that word around. We'd like to see a big turnout for this. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I'd also like to see if we have anybody that is willing to host the fall conference for the 2022. We do not have a location for that as of yet, as far as I am aware of. No one here wants to volunteer, or are you gonna go out and find some? Okay, thank you. And I'd also like to reiterate what Ann said, reminder to register for the Midwinter Conference, February 12th, 14th, Des Moines Airport Holiday Inn Convention Center. The number that we're calling there is 515. You want to write this down? It's 515-287-2400. If you call in and ask for the rate for the American Legion and they happen to be booked, I don't think they are yet at this time. If they would be booked, you can either go to another hotel or you can ask to be put on a waiting list. Yes.
Can you repeat that phone number?
Sure. 515-287-2400. The other thing I'd like to comment on, if anyone at any time is interested in any training of any type, like My Legion or any of the programs, please let me know and I'll schedule a time to come and meet with you, or if there's quite a few with the same request, and do a group session someplace. But If not, I am willing to come to your post and sit down with you and go through my Legion. It's been working a lot better now than it did when I first got onto it, but still some things that don't work. The other one thing I want to report on is post officer reports. I'm trying to file a list of all the commanders and the adjutants, emails and phone numbers in the second district. And post reports were due, I think, September 15th. And there are quite a few that are not in. And Ann has been very accommodating. She sent me these reports, so I've been able to update the list I have. And I've probably got it about 80% completed, but if you haven't turned in your post reports, I would highly recommend that you get them turned in. So Ann can get correct phone numbers and emails in the office. And also I would like to get the correct emails and phone numbers. And Mike sends out different correspondence for the second district. And I know we send out for the conference, and I know some people said they didn't get it. And that's because we don't have the updated list, phone numbers and email addresses. So please get that done. I would appreciate it. Yes.
You have a list of the posts who have not submitted report.
Yes, I,
And as far as that you
I've got it here someplace, maybe at our break recess. I'll try to contact those folks and,
Another thing with that, it's helpful, and you guys have all been here in this organization a lot longer than I have, but obviously we're missing a whole bunch of people from our district. It really makes it a lot easier if your post has an email address for the post versus an individual that happens to be the commander or an individual that happens to be the adjutant. So I know it was talked about before in the past. I know there are a bunch of posts do have that already, but it's very helpful if you have, you know, a post 297 email address that you can give access to whoever needs access to it in your post. That way, the communication will go out and it'll go to that box and you'll be able to get it. You'll get the communication that's going on if you keep it updated internally, you know, with your own members. So if you haven't done that, you know, and need to, it'd be helpful, and we can work through that with you if you need help.
thank you, Mike. Our national commander has put out a new request for renewing members from 2022 that last paid in 2020. So if you've got a member on your list that didn't pay in 2020, if you get them to sign up for 2022, they will not lose a continuous membership. The only year they will lose is 2021. And it's only available for the 2020 membership. So if you don't know who they are, you can go on My Legion and view your members. Put in your post number and put in paid, last paid 2020, and it'll give you a list of all those members that did not renew in 2020. So it's a good chance to maybe pick up some members. And, you know, I looked at our list and gosh, there's some on there that's got quite a few years. So it'd be good that they won't lose those continuous years. Also, Greg Wagner, gave me a form and says that if you've got an old car or a car you want to get rid of, you can donate it to the American Legion, and the money from the sale of that car goes to help veterans. So if anybody's got somebody out there, just wanted to mention that to Greg. I also wanted to mention the state bowling tournament this year will be held in Darsville at Hurricane Lanes. It's going to be March 5th and 6th, 12th and 13th, 29th 20th, 22. If you want more information, probably within the next month, if you go to iowalegion.org/bowling, you'll be able to get an application, you'll be able to get the rules, and you'll get all that information. It is not updated as of yet, but within the next month, should be updated. So, and if you want any information, you can actually send me an email and I can get you an application to it. So, yes, Bob.
One other thing on Commander Dillard. He's got this, of course, we're looking not only at stopping the slide, but some growth. And he says for any post that makes 103% or more, every member over that 103%, you will be reimbursed $18.50 a member back from national. So if you get over your 103% for every member above that, you will receive that $18.50 back to your post.
Thank you, Commander Bob. I think at this time, I'm probably going to recess conference. Kind of running out of luck tonight.
Commander?
Yes,
We have an individual here that came up to our meeting in Center Point. That she actually lives in Center Point. She just came in here. I would love to have her have a chance to speak. She has a network of, she can explain. There's a lot of things that you'll